The golden age of flying on huge quad jets across the world may be behind us, but one particular airline is still flying what might be one of the rarest quad jets being flown for normal commercial passenger service. In this video, I fly in an Airbus A340 from Dallas-Fort Worth all the way to Frankfurt in Germany, in the German flagship airline Lufthansa. I'll share my full experience from the check-in, boarding, flight, and service. Stay tuned. My flight in this iconic aircraft did not start as expected. A day before the flight was due to take off, we were notified that the flight would be delayed. At first the delay seemed minor, but it became longer and longer until by the time we got to the airport, we were told to come the next day, as the flight had been delayed over 23 hours. While this was extremely inconvenient, as I had no connecting flights, it wasn't that big of a deal. Come the next day, and we were ready for baggage drop-off. After a smooth baggage drop-off, waiting only 2 to 3 hours in line, we headed to security. But before I go any further, if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you're interested in watching aviation content like this in the future, it's the best way to show your support. After walking a few minutes to the fastest security line, we entered the waiting area. DFW Airport has a live map with wait times for security checkpoints, so find a checkpoint nearest to you and with the least amount of wait time is always quite easy. Security was fast, and in no time, we were in. After walking around the terminal, doing a little bit of plane spotting, I had to head to my flight. The long wait times at baggage drop-off left me less time than I had hoped for, but that was alright. The aircraft I wanted to see was the one I'd be flying for the next 9 hours. That is the Airbus A340-300 taking us all the way to Germany. The A340 is not a common sight at airports anymore, with the great majority of the remaining global commercial fleet flying with the Lufthansa group. After just a couple of minutes looking out at this wonderful quad jet, we were ready for boarding. As I was seated in economy class, we were last to board. After going down the jet bridge, I entered the 279-seater quad jet, configured with 30 in business class, 28 in premium economy, and 221 in economy, where I would be seated for the next 9 hours or so. After walking down premium and regular economy class, I found myself at the very back of the plane, at seat 45A. This seat was definitely showing its age, even if there was a somewhat recent cabin refresh. Lufthansa gives their economy seats just 17 inches of width, and in my seat, just 31 inches of legroom. As someone 6 feet and 4 inches tall, my knees were smashed into the seat in front of me. The seat was most definitely tight. I was spoiled from my previous Lufthansa experience with premium economy, which by the way, make sure to check out. Also around my seat, I noticed one universal power plug. Over my head, I was happy to notice individual air vents, even if they looked pretty ancient. I didn't have long to look around though, as we were soon ready for pushback. Before we take off, I wanted to let all of you know of a new opportunity to support the channel and get a shout out at the end of every video starting at just 99 cents a month. Extra content and perks are included. Watch the end of this video to learn more. As we soared over the North Texas sky, I decided to take a look at the tray table. It was large enough with an indent for a cup, which was helpful later in the flight. Unfortunately, Lufthansa has implemented some cost-cutting practices since I last flew with them. This included no free snacks at all during the entire flight. That's right, if you want a snack, you have to pay for it. All that is included is a hot meal before takeoff and a cold meal before landing, besides the normal beverage services. Even though I was disappointed, I enjoyed an Apfelschorle with a beautiful view out of the window. Following the drink service, we were soon served a hot meal. Because I was sitting all the way in the back, I'd normally be served last, but by ordering a special meal, in my case a low sodium meal, I'd be one of the first served. Unfortunately, however, probably due to the lack of sodium present in this meal, it was pretty bland. It consisted of okra, rice, and potatoes. By the time the normal meal service had arrived, all that was left was pasta. I decided to give it a try, and as always, similar to other Lufthansa flights I've been on, their tortellinis were extremely bland and flavorless. The little portion of cake and a fresh salad did offset this, however. Overall, I thought Lufthansa's economy meal selection was very lacking. If you sit in the back, expect only pasta to remain as an option. Soon after the meal, the sky outside started to dim. After everything settles down, Lufthansa handed out a bottle of water for the night. I took the opportunity to dive into Lufthansa's in-flight entertainment system. The system did feel a bit slow, but provided a good selection of movies, TV shows, and more. I took advantage of the moving map for the majority of the trip, which proved useful for information about our progress. Overall, a decent system even if it was showing its age. As the sun started dawning, I enjoyed a cup of water. Lufthansa also promptly provided their pre-landing meal, or shall I say, snack. It consisted of a vegetarian wrap with a lot of acidic raw vegetables, a granola bar, and some fruit. The fruit was nice, but I can't say the same for the wrap. I didn't have long to complain about the food though. We were soon descending into Germany. My thoughts about this flight are mixed. I loved the aircraft and appreciated the experience in flying in a quad-jet, even if it only carried under 300 passengers. But the service and interior of the flight were very much lacking. To be clear, the crew were friendly and nice, but with the forgettable food and getting rid of free snacks altogether, there wasn't much to be happy about besides the exciting aircraft. Lufthansa desperately needs a cabin refresh all around. Not just in business class as is always in the front lines of reports, but in economy too. Their cost-saving choices might help with their finances, but they're losing the respect of some of their loyal customers, like myself. Anyways, in no time, we had landed. After exiting the plane, I made my way across the tarmac in one of the buses. By the way, if you've enjoyed this video thus far, consider giving it a like. It's the best way to show your appreciation. While I enjoyed this flight, and will always remember this experience, I understand why airlines are moving to more efficient and sustainable twin jets. What do you think? Are you upset about the whole industry planning on abandoning 4-engine aircraft in the future? Let me know in the comments. If you're tall and have the means, an upgrade to premium economy is so worth it. My legs were aching with cramps after this flight. If you'd like an upgrade in content perks, including a shout out at the end of each video, consider becoming a channel member. Starting at 99 cents, you can get extra recognition and more content. I released a new level, so make sure to go check it out. If you want to be notified when my next videos come out, including new flight reviews, subscribe and press that notification bell. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next.